What is going on, guys? My name is Brent and welcome to part 24 of my tutorial series on how to create the game Super Mario Brothers. So in this tutorial, we're going to set up all of our animations to grow Big Mario, and then set up all the animations for Mario to run and jump and stuff like that as the big texture sprite. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and stick with me. So inside of our Mario class, we're going to set up 4 new variables: a private texture region, Big Mario stand, private texture region, Big Mario jump. And I found out that the jump animation is only just one texture region rather than the 2 I used for the little one. We're going to keep the 2 on the little one, but we're only going to use one texture to represent a Big Mario jump. Somebody in the comments posted that, so I appreciate you guys if you're watching. Private animation, Big Mario run, and then private animation, grow Mario. There we go. So first off, let's start by getting a Mario standing animation for the big one, or a standing texture. Big Mario stand equals a new texture region, and we'll do screen dot get atlas dot find region, and then we'll do Big Mario. And all of these should actually be the same thing except for Little Mario. We'll refactor that in future tutorials, but let's look at the Big Mario. And the stand texture is the very first one, so it starts at 0 0, and it is a 32 by 16 or a 16 by 32 pixel ratio. So it starts at 0 0, and it's 16 pixels wide and 32 pixels high. Next, let's go ahead and copy this one, and we'll paste it up here for the Big Mario jump. And let's take a look to see where the jump animate or texture is, and it's right here. It starts at 1 2 3 4 5 6, so it's 5 times 16, which is 80. And so it starts at 80 in the x-axis, 0 on the y-axis, and it again is 16 by 32. So for the run animation, let's go ahead and copy this. We'll do a frames.clear here, and then we'll paste it right here. Instead of getting the texture, again, I told you we need to refactor all those get textures lately to screen dot get atlas dot find region and Big Mario, and then it is going to be a 32 height. So there we go. Let's just double check that it starts at 1 and ends at 3. So the run animation starts at index 1, 1, 2, and ends at index 3. We also need to rename this Big Mario run. So I just had to do it, guys. I had to refactor these lines really quick. All the get textures are now changed to screen.getAtlas.find region, the Little Mario, because that's what we were using the get textures for instead of the Big Mario. So all of the things that used to say get texture, just changed the lines of code here. I also removed the super line at the top because we no longer need that. Also going to take the time to just change Mario jump animation to a texture region, because it's only one frame, like I said, somebody mentioned in the comments. So we're just going to copy this. Everything for consistency. It's just going to make everything a little bit easier later on. So Mario jump, and this is going to be the Little Mario, and it also starts at 80. Except that it's not 32 in height, it is 16 in height. Then down here below, instead of get keyframe, it's just going to be Mario jump. There we go. So now we get to work on something new, and that's the Mario grow animation. And what we're going to do is say frames.add, and then new texture region. Screen.getAtlas.find region, and it's in the Big Mario texture here. And so let's look at the Big Mario texture. I'm not exactly 100% sure what the animation frames are for growing, but I'm going to cycle between this like half-sized Mario and the big Mario. Like go half size, big size, half size, big size, and then just keeping big size. That's what the plan is. So the half Mario starts at index 15. 15 times 16 is 240. So if we go to our Mario class, we'll say 240 0 16 by 32 pixels tall. We're going to copy this. We're going to paste it below. And then, of course, the standing Mario just starts at 0. So there we go. And then what we can do is we'll just copy these and paste them right below. So again, this is just saying we're gonna, there's an animation. The first frame in it is like a half-size Mario, then the full standing size Mario, then the half-size Mario, then the full standing size Mario. And we're gonna do Mario grow Mario equals new animation. And we're gonna do 0.2 every frame. And then we're gonna add our frames there. Okay, now at the top, we're going to set two new booleans. Private boolean Mario is big. And then also private boolean run grow animation. There we go. We're going to create a new method called grow. So public void grow. And it's going to set run grow animation to true. Mario is big to true. And then we're going to set the bounds because the sprite is currently a 16 by 16 sprite. Now we need to set it to a 16 by 32 sprite. So set bounds to get x, get y, get width, and get height, but the height is multiplied by 2. There we go. So up here where we have our state enumeration here, we're going to create a new state called growing, and it trumps everything. If Mario is in the process of running the grow animation, we want to always show that over like the jump or the running animation. So we'll say if show or run grow animation, then we'll return state.growing, and then this will be an else if, so we'll just clean things up right there. So inside of our getFrame class, inside of our switch for the current state, we're going to create a new case, the case that Mario is growing. Inside here, we're going to say region equals grow Mario animation dot get keyframe and give it our state timer, but it's not going to be true here because it's not a loopable animation. And then we'll say break, but also in here we need to say if grow Mario dot is animation finished with our state timer, then run grow animation equals false. So when the animation is finished, we're no longer going to be in the grow animation state. So while we're here, let's change if the case that he's jumping, we need to check Mario is big. If that is true, then we want to return big Mario jump. Otherwise, return just the regular Mario jump. For the standing, Mario is big, question mark. So this is basically inline if statement. Then we'll return big Mario stand. Otherwise, we return the regular Mario stand. Finally, for the run animation, let's just copy this. And then we'll say Mario is big, question mark. Then we'll run this one. Otherwise, run the small Mario run animation. We just need to rename this to Big Mario Run. And there we go. Okay, I lied. One more thing I want to add before we test it is the power of sound, because sometimes auditory sounds are even better than the graphic representation. So I've created a new power up wave file and I've put it in my sounds audio folder here. And now we just need to play it when we grow Mario. So let's go to our coin object here. I'm going to go ahead and copy this. And then we'll say Mario when he grows. Let's go ahead and play that sound. It's not the coin wave sound. It is the power up sound. Now let's test it. Okay, now let's go ahead and spawn a mushroom here. There we go. When we come in contact with the mushroom, of course, we get a cool sound effect. Our Mario grows. We get a cool animation. All of our animations for Big Mario are functioning as we want them to. He's going left and right, and he's got his jump animation and stuff like that. So we totally did it. So that's pretty much it for this tutorial. I know some of you are probably sitting there thinking like, Brent, Mario's still stuck like halfway in the ground. That doesn't look good at all. But we're going to cover that next tutorial where we talk about redefining Mario when he's big in Box 2D. We're actually going to have to add a new fixture so he can collide with things like he's a big Mario, not still like a small Mario. So we'll talk about that in the next tutorial. In this one, we definitely did a whole lot. We added a lot of different animations. We added some sound effects, some methods to grow Mario when he touches a mushroom. So I think we made a whole lot of cool progress with that. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, go ahead and post them below. I'm pretty good about getting back to everybody. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it, but most importantly, please share it if you liked it. Of course, trying to grow this channel. If you're feeling generous, check out my Patreon page. I could really use the support. I'd give you 2 big thumbs up for that. I appreciate everybody watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.